In today's video, I'm going to teach you all about using constraints in Figma, a vital feature for designing responsive interfaces. Let's dive right in. To get started, we need to understand the basics of parent and child frames. On your Figma canvas, create a new frame which will act as your parent frame, essentially representing a full screen. Inside this frame, draw a simple shape, like a rectangle or an ellipse. This will be your child object. With the child object selected, take a moment to explore the dashed lines and controls in the Constraints section of the Design panel on the right sidebar. These lines and controls will be fundamental as we proceed with more complex tasks. Let's apply some basic constraints with a simple centering exercise. Create a 300 by 300 square frame and then draw a 100 by 100 ellipse within this frame. Make sure the ellipse is selected, then head over to the Constraints section in the Design panel. For the horizontal constraint, select Center from the drop-down menu and repeat this for the vertical constraint. This setup ensures that when you resize the parent frame, you'll notice that the ellipse remains perfectly centered within the frame. Give it a try by resizing the parent frame and watching how the ellipse sticks beautifully to the center. As a practical application, let's create a system bar component. Start by making a new frame to represent a mobile screen. Design a simple system bar component. Typically, this is a small rectangle with text indicating the time and icons for battery or connectivity status, positioned at the top left of the screen frame. Select each icon, like the battery icon, within this system bar. In the constraints, set horizontal to right and vertical to center, and repeat this for each right-aligned icon. For the system bar itself, set its horizontal constraint to left and right, and its vertical constraint to top. When you resize the main screen frame, observe how the system bar stretches horizontally, while the icons remain aligned to the right. Next, we'll design a tab bar component. Place this long rectangle with multiple icons at the bottom left of the screen frame. Choose the tab bar component in the Design panel and add a Layout grid set to columns. Adjust the grid's type to stretch, modify the count to, say, 3, and tweak the margin and gutter values accordingly. Select each icon within the tab bar and set both horizontal and vertical constraints to center. For the tab bar component as a whole, set its horizontal constraint to scale and vertical to bottom. Resize the main screen frame again to see your tab bar scaling smoothly while the icons stay evenly spread out. For a floating action button or FAB, create a circular shape and place it near the bottom right corner, about 16 pixels from both the bottom and the right. Setting its constraints to horizontal right and vertical bottom ensures it maintains its position when the frame is resized. Finally, let's tackle the app bar component. You'll need a rectangle to serve as a header, positioned below your system bar and aligned to the left. Add text within this header. Select the text and make sure its wrapping is appropriate, perhaps set to auto width. Then, set its constraints to horizontal left and right and vertical center. For the app bar itself, the constraints should be set to horizontal left and right and vertical top, or top and bottom, if it needs to adjust vertically. Upon resizing the main frame, you'll notice the app bar stretches horizontally while keeping the text neatly expanding with it. Now, you have a clear understanding of how to effectively use constraints in Figma. This knowledge is crucial for building responsive designs that adjust seamlessly to changes in size, ensuring a consistent user experience across different devices. Happy designing!